Alright, I'm not even gonna waste your time. Let's get straight into the boxing. So the scene starts with Ywach and the Quincy's pulling up to take down the Soul Society. And with the way they strolled in here, you would have thought they owned the place. Cause they pulled up to this hoe talking real greasy. Hashwell's out there talking about they finna purge the Soul Society. But I'm like, hold up Hashwell, you gotta relax.
You got too much dip on your chip.
Cause they got some certified demons on this squad. You're not finna just run through them that easily. But clearly I was not familiar with their game. Cause not only did they hit a lick on most of their Bankais, but all of their heavy hitters are down for the count. Renji packed. Byakuya packed. Even Kenpachi, one of the special threats, packed. And Soyphone? Nah, she's still up, but her Bankai got finesse. What is she going to do? And even if she did have it, we already saw her Bankai against Baragon, and we know how that shit went. But the camera cuts back to Ywach and he's out there holding Kenpachi like a chain. He may be one of the special threats, but against Ywach, he's not that guy. But he did take out 3 Stern Raiders while everybody else couldn't even take out 1. So I gotta give him his props, I can't even lie. But he's about to take his last stock, and out of nowhere, the big dog Yamamoto drops from the sky looking to save the day. But I'm not gonna lie, Unc, you gotta relax. Cause you're way too old to be moving like this. I don't wanna have to call life alert for you again. I've fallen and I can't get up, head ass. But Yamamoto tells Ywach that this is his last day on Earth. Him and the 3rd Hokage is about to be real cozy down there. But before he could even run his ones, 3 Stern Raiders pull up from behind him trying to get the sneaks on bro. They thought just because he had the Sasuke build that this was gonna be an easy lick. They was like, gotta drop on his flexing nigga. He from Tenna. Oh nah, they just got burned like every meal I ever cooked in the kitchen. Tragic. But after he fries them up, straight free eats. Yamamoto goes in and he tries to take his top off. No gunner. But Ywach dodges it and counters him with that. This is knocking him into the air. I know Unc is gonna be feeling this shit in the morning. But Ywach lands on the roof and starts using tiles as weapons. Bro said, fuck a sword, I'ma do my own thing. Throwing the tiles at him only for Unc to send it right back to him. Same day delivery. And Yamamoto definitely knew the cameras was on him. Cause Ywach looks up and this man is doing a whole somersault for no reason. I swear these anime old heads always trying to take the spotlight. Like you've had your fun, but now it's my time. You might as well go on ahead and retire. But little did he know that the only thing he's retiring from is life. But Ywach comes flying out the debris, and before he could even make a move, Yamamoto is already behind him. And I just know he was feeling himself after this shit, bro. He made sure the cameras was right on him, and with that pose, I know he can only be thinking one thing.
Got him. We fucking got him.
Throwing the flame attack at him, but his old ass took way too long, and Ywach cuts that shit like a hot knife through butter. We see Ywach flexing his sword with the fire in the background looking like Sephiroth, and this is when Yamamoto decides to show us how he cooked this man back in the glory days. He said we ain't done with the 90s. Bringing out the first variation of his Bankai, Zanka no Tachi East. And I gotta bring up the manga cause this gotta be one of the coldest pages I've done ever seen. They got my dog looking like a D1 threat. And his Bankai is so tough that it's literally affecting other people's battles. And when I see some shit like that, I got no choice but to close the manga and be like, you are him, my boy. But they start boxing and Unc is out here running a full court press. And he's really trying to pack this man up cause his attack hits the ground and look at what it do. Oh nah, I almost left. And I just feel like you have to read the manga just to capture how insane this feat actually is. Unc is really out here destroying mad buildings trying to get a max contract to the Avengers. Like ain't no way someone with this much power is just roaming the streets. They really need to
lock his ass up. Lock his ass up.
But this is where we learned that all of those flames that were burning up the Soul Society went into the tip of his blade. But Ywach wasn't trying to hear none of that. He was on some fuck that! Goes in only to get his blade snapped in half. And Yamamoto's just out there frying him right now.
Stupid! You are so stupid!
Bro basically said broke niggas can't touch. That's tough. But after he finishes frying him, we get this. Probably one of the toughest transformations in Bleach history. Can't even lie, I cried a little bit looking at this. Cause this shit means something to me, man. And if the transformation itself wasn't crazy enough, Unc is out here talking about the temperature around him has reached 15 million degrees. You can't even get close to me now. I know Ywach is looking at this shit like, oh brother. This man was plotting his revenge for years just to get cooked again. But Ywach was tired of getting hoed, so he fires off his arrows, only for Yamamoto's flames to completely engulf that shit. I'm telling you, this man is really out-saucing him right now. But Unc hits that 80-inch vert, and Ywach's like, ha! you fell for my trap card. So he busts out the Sang Swinger, a technique that grants him offense and defense. But he must have been talking about that defense from Attack on Titan, cause Yamamoto sticks that wooden Slim Jim into the ground, and this is where we get the final variation of his Bankai, because the camera pans back and we see that this man has resurrected the dead. And hey man, what can I say? Bringing back your dead ops that you previously slain just to take out your current op has to be the most diabolical thing I've ever seen in fiction. And he was out there summoning your soldiers too? Oh nah nigga, spin back! But with sheer willpower, this man Ywach starts walking through his fallen soldiers. So Yamamoto had no choice but to activate Zanka no Tachi North. And he blicks Ywach with one shot, laying that boy out like a mattress. And you would think after activating his Bankai, engulfing himself in flames, and resurrecting the dead, there's no way Ywach could possibly win this fight, right? Haha. You can't make this shit up, bro. The real Ywach spawns behind him, and we find out that this entire time, Yamamoto was just fighting another Sternritter who was able to clone people and their abilities. And this man spawned in with the all-black cloak? Nah, that's how you know it's over. But to add to this tragedy, Ywach hits Unk with a WIQ play, baiting him into activating his Bankai again, and he straight up finesses that shit, stripping Yamamoto of all of his powers. And y'all already know what happens next. This man pulls out an Excalibur type sword from out of his inventory, and I'm guessing this just has all of Yamamoto's powers fused into one sword. I don't even know, bro. But after all that, Yamamoto is just staring at him like, man, you a hoe. You won't get away with this. The big three will stop you. But Ywach was just like,
Motherfuck the big three. Nigga, it's just big me. Nigga, bum.